Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are going to work on a butterfly net, except it's a bubble one. This is the last thing I need to do before I've finished with Melly Cony skin. I've got a sort of an idea on how to do this. This is gonna be, this long old dowel rod here is gonna be the stick, big old bubble wand stick. And I'm going to put some foam clay at the top to decorate the more ornate part of it. And then I have some styrofoam balls that I'm going to cover and turn into a little rabbit because she has a little rabbit at the end down here. I do have another dowel rod that is slightly thicker than this that I am going to cut and attach on here. I'm not sure. I'm hoping that'll work. I have an idea on how to do that, but this is kind of an experiment. I started regular Melly last year and I never finished it, but I did start on her butterfly net. So I have a vague idea as to how to do that. So without further ado, let's start taking some foam clay and sculpting. So we have the bunny sculpted. As you saw, it's just 2 styrofoam balls and a little bit of wire and then a lot of foam clay. Hopefully, this is going to take forever to dry, just because you know, this part is thin, but like these are a little thick since it's all foam clay. So this is gonna take a little while to dry. It'll take several days. It's the one downside to foam clay is that it does take quite a bit of time to dry before you can actually like paint it. So I'm gonna leave this alone for like the longest time that I can to let this dry. I also have this done. This is already starting to dry. So I've got to cut off just a little bit down here, but I'm going to give this a little bit to dry before I do that. In the meantime, I'm going to start making the net, the actual bubble part, and add the ears and stuff like that. So we're just going to sit this off to the side, let this dry, and keep going. finished this thing in April. Oops. I guess I didn't film like an outro. I filmed like some like reveal type of footage of me just holding the the bubble wand, but I didn't actually like say like goodbye or anything. So this is the final piece. It's not great. It looks great. As you can see, it's almost as tall as I am. But some issues have arisen. One, it falls down. So in my video, I believe I showed you guys, but if not, what I ended up doing was the metal ring that I used, I ended up cutting it just enough so I could stick it in to the dowel here. And I ended up, it would not support its weight, is what it is, and it would do this way worse. So I ended up having to go out and buy a new ring, cutting it apart and just leaving the extra bits on there and drilling a hole all the way through. I had stuck glue in there. I used both wood glue and E6000, trying so very hard to get the metal to stick to the wood, but I guess that wasn't enough. So she's kind of floppy. It's not perfect. I'm thinking that I may end up, when I finally get to go to a convention again, because I don't, Lord knows when that's gonna happen for me, when I'm thinking I'm gonna end up having to put a piece here, I'm showing on the wrong side, put a piece of fabric right over this piece right here, because it is technically like one solid white strip right there in the model. I don't know if that'll work. I don't know if it'll help hold it up, but I'm hoping that it will. If not, I may have to take it apart again and have to try and re-glue it down. And I just don't want to do that. But I'm not sure how else to get it to go through. I think maybe if the dowel rod was thicker, that it wouldn't have as much of an issue, because then the curve would be caught more inside, and so it would be harder for it to fall over. The other issue that I have is down here broke. It's a little loose. Kind of see the crack there. It wiggles. That I think is just a gluing issue. I think maybe just the glue broke, or it wasn't dried all the way when I put it together. But it also broke the wood filler that I put in to try and smooth out the two edges. So I'm gonna have to re-glue that. But otherwise, this thing is so floppy. Otherwise, I think it came out really great. I really like my bubble wand. It's ridiculous. It's huge. I'm 5'7", and this thing, as you saw, as it sits on the floor to the tip of the rabbit ears, like, I'm 5'7". This thing is as tall, if not taller, than some of my friends. So it's a big guy, big girl. So with that being said, I've got some things to fix up on it, but I'm not planning on wearing it again anytime soon. Until we finally get around to actually wearing it out there, I'm not gonna bother fixing it for right now. I just know that it has problems and I will be fixing it later. So with that, I will see you guys next time. Bye! You were so sad and pathetic.